All right, shalom. First and foremost, we're going to say
Kal
Kal
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Wa
Wa
Yahweh
Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. So today, we're going to talk about holding your peace. Okay, because living in this hell, in this society with Esau running it, and having the heathens on top, with 2/3 of Israel, acting like heathens, it's hard to hold your peace at times. But the scriptures talk about being balanced and having your emotions balanced, right? So first scripture we're gonna get is 1 Corinthians 10, and the brother will get it. We'll get it. Start at 13th verse.
Okay. 1 Corinthians 10, 13 verse.
Yeah.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
That's right. So you have to understand there's many ways temptation can come about, a brother. Temptation usually comes temptation is subjective. Different brothers have different temptations. Some brothers' temptations are to not be able to hold their peace. Not be able to get angry or get emotional over things, man. You can find yourself in a situation where you had planned everything out to be as it is and nothing works out. And that's easy for you to get riled up. But the brother just read that there's no temptation that has befallen men that's common to man. That's not common to man. So guess what? It's happened before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not only just happening to you. The funny thing about emotion is it narrows your vision. When you get very emotional about a situation, the only thing you're thinking about is yourself and your situation. That's why we have the scriptures to refer back to, because you want to be objective when everything is emotional. So you could be still in a time of chaos. Because everything we're doing as far as emotion goes, the way we live right now, it's peaceful compared to when Yahweh Shai is going to come back. Even before that, compared to when Jacob's trouble is coming. We're talking about we don't know when we're going to eat, dead bodies on the floor, women being raped, babies being killed. We're talking about the streets being filled with blood. So it's high time now that you practice those things so that when it comes that time, you're a lot more ready for it. Right? We have to constantly be thinking that everything you're doing right now, every thought, every emotion, every action you do is to prepare you for Jacob's trouble so that, Lord willing, we could be saved, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yes. I'll start back up.
Yeah.
There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahweh is faithful,
Mm-hmm.
who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
That's beautiful. So he will suffer you not to be tempted above that ye are able. So another thing to remember when you're being tempted is that the Most High is doing it on purpose because he knows you can get out. Right?
Yes,
That's the
it's very
funniest
true.
thing. It's very
Yeah.
true. He's doing it because he knows you can get out. That's one thing that people forget, that, especially us brothers are in this truth, sincerely. When you're going through it, the Most High is actually cheering you on. He's actually saying, yeah, I'm going to put him, we always say Satan and the Most High are having a bet.
Oh, yeah, it's always a bet.
It's always a bet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like with Jonah, or just with Job. So when you're going through it, the Most High put you there because he's like, yeah, I know that my son can get out of there. So the Most High has belief in you. So who are you to not believe in yourself?
Right, add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, when that happens, yeah, you're going to get emotional. The emotions are going to come. That's just, you're still in the flesh. But you have to remind you that, like he said, that the Most High is testing you. He's putting this for a reason. It's to make you better. It's like a refining pot.
Yeah.
Right? So when it does happen, yeah, you can get in your emotions, but just remember, like, the Most High is putting you here. So it's for me, when it happens, I just laugh. I'm like, okay, the Most High is with me.
Yeah, Khan.
He's with me. He's doing this to make me better.
Yeah.
Right? We're all going through, everyone's going through their own struggles,
Yeah.
right? But it's all just make us better because, we're one body.
Yeah, Khan. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So we're all going through it in our own ways, more specific to that person, to that brother,
Yeah.
right? So when you're going through it, yes, you're gonna be in your emotions, you're gonna feel it, but just remember that the Most High is testing you. He's putting this for a reason. So I laugh,
Yeah.
and it gets me through it because
Yeah.
Satan's gonna be there tempting me with the demons and everything like that, but the Most High is testing you because they're working together.
Khan. Yeah. Khan.
That's the funny thing,
Yeah.
right? So you gotta remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the apostles, man, when at the time they were disciples, when they got beaten for speaking in the name of Yahweh Shai, after they got beaten, they started praising the Most High. Just like the brother said, they got excited about it, man. Because Apostle Har always says, when your life when your life becomes good for a long period of time, when you're not going through hell for a long period of time, that's when you gotta start putting up prayers. That's when you get scared. Because the Most High, the scriptures say that the Most High, just like a father that loveth his son, will chastise him, roughly paraphrasing. So if you're not getting chastised anymore, the Most High doesn't love you. He doesn't care for you. So when just like the brother said, man, take that. You have to have a different mentality with that. When you're going through it and your emotions are running high, praise the Most High. Because now you are able to show him that you're worthy. How much people can say that they are constantly given an opportunity to show the Most High that they're worthy? That's really what it comes down to. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Let me start off there. Okay. So there hath no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape,
See?
that ye may be able to bear it.
Yo.
Let me just read that again.
Come.
So, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Listen, the word patience means to suffer. And with that, without complaint. The Most High told Job that to gird up your loins like a man. Like, it's about bearing it, man. It's about bearing your hell. But it's one thing to bear your hell when you're chaotic. It's another thing to bear your hell and balance your emotions while you're doing it. That's a whole different level. And that's what it's about. You bear your hell. Okay, cool. You might have bared your hell while you're complaining and getting angry. Now it's time to bear your hell without saying a word. No one should even know you're going through it. It should get that deep. Yahweh Shai said when you're fasting that you should wash your face, and it is to be between you and the Most High only. So when you're fasting, you're afflicting your soul, right? Because in this life, we're used to eating, drinking, and all the things of the flesh. You stop doing that for 24 hours, you feel it in your spirit. 24, 48, however. That's afflicting your soul. But you don't go complaining about it like, yo, I'm tired today, man. I'm fasting, man. Like, no, man. You keep that stuff to yourself. And that's bearing it, man. Bearing it like a man. Go ahead.
That's it.
That's it on that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get Proverbs 16. And start at the 32nd verse.
$16. 32nd?
Yeah, 32.
Okay. Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty.
Mm-hmm.
And he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Yes. So the Most High said, he that is slow to anger is greater than the mighty, than they that are mighty. Right? And he that ruleth his spirit greater than he that taketh a city. In today's day age, can you imagine running a city? And the Most High is saying that the man that controls his anger is greater than him. That's profound, man. There's something deep about relegating your emotions. When you don't relegate your emotions, your spirit is drowning in them. Just like you drowning in the sea.
Mm-hmm.
You can't breathe. You can't focus. All you're doing is panicking for air. These demons are going to try you on all sides especially with the people you work with, the people you live with, and most definitely your woman. Right? And those are the times where you're supposed to relegate yourself. Don't get me wrong, there's times to be angry and there's times not to be angry. But the times that you're to be angry are because there's a time and place for everything. And you're supposed to understand that within your spirit, naturally. Go ahead.
I just add something to that.
Go
You were
ahead.
saying.
Come.
Just like he said, like regulating your spirit, controlling your emotions. The scriptures is just logic. The Most High's logic. Yahweh Shai's logic, right? Logic never changes. It's always the same. It's never complicated. It's simple. When you get emotional, yeah, we're in the flesh. You get emotional, you're not thinking logically. You're thinking based off emotions. And the thing with emotions, they're there, and then they're gone. So if you make decisions off of emotions, it's not logic. Right? And then you're sitting there, it's like, oh, why did I do that? Oh my gosh. And then you're sitting there, it's like, I shouldn't have done that. So when those emotions come, yes, the emotions are going to come because we're in the flesh. Like we said, we've been talking about this. But, you just got to sit there and think, control yourself, tap into your spirit, think. And for me personally, I just think, what would Yahweh Shai do in this situation? And I always, it regulates me to make the right decision. Now, I'm not perfect, but, I make better decisions when I think more logically and say, like, what would Yahweh Shai do in this situation?
Sure.
I just wanted to add that.
Come.
Back to Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Get it on that?
Yeah, that's it on that.
Okay, so jump to Galatians 5.
Galatians 5. Is it power in here?
Galatians 5 and 16 we'll start at. A little bit further.
It's right
in the middle.
there.
Yeah, right in the middle
There's
there.
light. Sorry about this.
No, don't worry
Slack
about
it.
it. There you go.
There you go. Galatians 5.
And then start from 16 and we'll read to 24.
Okay. Galatians 5 and 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Ooh, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. This in John 16 and I think John 6 and 66, if I'm not mistaken, it says that Yahweh Shai is the spirit that's in the Yahweh Shai is the spirit of the scriptures. So walk in the spirit, man. The spirit is nothing but logic, and ye should not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Right? So it's about walking in the spirit, but the only way you can walk in the spirit is by recalling the scriptures in your mind, man. If how else are you going to be able to do that? When you're in that moment where you're about to be heated, recall those scriptures in your mind. That will help you relegate your emotions and keep you within the spirit.
17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit it against the flesh. And these are contrary to one to the other,
That's right.
so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. But if ye be led of the spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations,
Yeah.
wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of the which I will tell you before.
That's right. What verse is that?
This is 19.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
Shlaki, this is 21.
Okay, come on. That's right, man, because everything the brother just read as a list, these are things that you don't do these things in the spirit. You do these things in the flesh when you're emotional, right? You have a precept or?
There's no precept on that.
Okay, come on, read up to 24.
Good. I'll start off back at 21. Envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as have I also told you in the time of past, okay, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
That's deep, man. You can't get in the kingdom being emotional. You can't be a judge being emotional. And guess what we're doing? We're actually trained to be judges of the world, man, the universe. In today's day, Esau has women being judges and up in the courthouses, and you know that's going off because women are based off of emotion and have no logic. So that's even more of an importance for us to be strictly logical, man, and less emotional. Right? Because again, we're gonna judge the world, man. We can't judge the world based off emotions. What verse was that? Was that on that?
Yeah, that was on it. That was
okay. Come on.
Yeah,
that was 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Last scripture, 1 John 2. We'll read 16. We'll close up.
1 John 2 and 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Straight up. Everything
Yes.
you see in this society is of the world, man. And it's the love of the world, and it's not the love of the Father. You know? Everything you see. But yet, our people, especially Jake, okay, 2/3 of Israel, they love the world and hate the Most High. Because if they loved the Most High, they would be out, the men would be doing the work. But out of a countless nation, Israel is referred to as a countless nation. You got 1% that are actually doing the work and are staying logical within their reasoning. Because the scripture also say not to make haste in the time of trouble. Most people make haste in the time of trouble because they're panicking. Only 1% of a countless nation is doing that. How much more in the world? That's how important it is to be logical, man. You know, we always talk about workers and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know, logic is it's a finite resource in this world. A very finite resource. Not a lot of people have real logic. Not a lot of people have real logic. Essentially, the only people on this planet that actually have pure logic are the elect.
Just that simple.
Yeah, it's just that simple. Right? So,
Yeah, there is actually a precept.
you got a precept?
It's 2 John 1 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
Mm-hmm.
This is the commandment, that, as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it.
That's right. That's rehearsing the law, man, because the scriptures, the whole book is a law. The whole Bible is a law. And it's the laws that actually keep you from being emotional. Because emotion has no direction. But when you look towards the law, that gives you direction. And henceforth you have your logic. It's just how that works. That's why, and this is love, is that we follow the laws. Right? Because most people say they love the Most High and they love the Lord and His Son, but they're not keeping the laws.
No.
So they're just talking shit.
Yep.
Based off, just like women do, based off emotion. Right? You wanted to ask something?
Yeah,
or?
because, you know, you talk about these Christians and, you know, Christians.
Yeah.
You know,
Plantation
Plantation, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And then they read one part of the scriptures and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to follow this, follow that. But when it comes to the other side,
Yeah.
the part that gets in your feels,
Yeah.
you got to, you know, actually do what you need to do to get done.
That's right.
They're like, oh, no, I don't follow that. I only follow the Old Testament or the New Testament. I only follow this.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. Yeah. The laws are the laws. You can't pick and choose what you want to follow.
It's not a buffet.
Yeah, like, you can't pick and choose. This is what it is, and this is what it is.
Yeah.
It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Right? So the hopeful elect, Lord willing, that one of the elect, but the elect are the only ones that are following the laws, regardless if it makes them emotional or not. Because the logic is logic. The logic is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
You know, it's just that simple. So, you know, we're talking about emotions. When you get emotional, you know, anything can happen. Whatever it is, you get in your feels, you just gotta remember the scriptures, because scriptures is gonna ground you.
That's right.
It's gonna ground you, whatever situation you're in, whether you're out of a job, you're homeless, you lose your car, you know, someone robs you, you get whatever it is. You gotta remember the scriptures because, like we said, we're being tested. There's a bet going on.
Con.
There's a bet going on. You gotta remember. You gotta remember because when you're in emotions, you're narrow vision. You're just thinking about what's happening right now. You gotta think. Okay, why is this happening? Okay, Most High's testing me. There's a bet going on between them. Okay, so he's putting me through this for a reason. Okay, I gotta win. If you want to think like that, like it's a game, cool. If that's gonna get you through it,
Yeah, con.
but we're fighting.
Yeah,
This is a boxing match,
yeah,
a never-ending boxing match until Yahweh Shai comes.
yeah.
So, whatever gets you through it, you just gotta remember that at the end of the day, you gotta go back to the scriptures because that's gonna ground you and solidify you and get you through that hard time.
That's right.
Because Jacob's trouble is around the corner,
That's right.
and when that pops off,
You have to be ready.
yeah, you have to be ready.
You have to be ready.
Like you have to be ready. So it's just you just remember the scriptures, and it will get you through anything.
Yeah.
I'm going through it right now, but I just remember the scriptures and I laugh about it.
Con. Yeah.
I just laugh about it. It's just good because I just like Barak Atah Yahweh.
Yeah.
It's love.
Yeah. Yeah. Con.
It's love.
Yeah.
If he wasn't putting me through it, that means if he didn't put me through anything, that means he didn't love me. That's when I should be worried.
Yeah.
He's putting me through stuff all the time, trying to make me grow, putting me in the refining pot, right? So we're all going through the refining pot. The elect, everyone's going through the refining pot to get better. So we just gotta, just take it and smile and laugh. Say, Barak Atah Yahweh B'Shem Yoshai.
That's right.
That's all I have to say because that's
Con.
what's gonna hit me.
So with that, we're gonna close up and we're gonna say Ka Halal Yahweh,
Halal Yahweh,
Wa
Wa
Yahweh
Shai.
Shai, and double honors to the apostles and the Elder Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, pushing this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Death and destruction to his wicked kingdom, 2/3 of Israel, Esau, and everything else that's not of Yahweh Shai, man. So with that, we're gonna say Shalom.
Shalom.